What did some of history's most famous mobsters sound like? Let's check it out. I'm James Gladwish and welcome to OC Shorts, bringing you detailed historical snapshots of the American Mafia and other organised crime. Feel free to subscribe if you like that sort of thing. Let's start with one of the most famous Mafia informants in New York history, Genovese crime family soldier Joseph Valachi. In this footage, Valachi is discussing his induction into Cosa Nostra, as well as future American Mafia boss of bosses, Salvatore Maranzano.
Edge of the table was a long table, and there was a gun and a knife on the table. And
how many were at the table?
About 35 to 40. And sat me down and made me repeat in Italian.
Did they set you down at the table or in a chair out front?
No, sat me down on the end of the table with Maranzano doing the talking, next to Maranzano.
All right. Now, you sat next to him. Then what happened?
Well, he had the knife and the gun on the table. I repeated some words he told me, but I only could explain what he meant. I could repeat the words, but they were in Sicilian.
They were what?
In Sicilian.
In Sicilian.
Sicilians.
You repeated, but you didn't understand what they meant.
Right. Then they explained.
They explained what they meant. Who explained? Maranzano?
Well, he could talk pretty good English, Maranzano. He talked 12 languages.
Next up, we have Philadelphia mob boss Nicodemo Little Nicky Scarfo. He is answering questions about the murder of Vincent Falcone, a man who was shot by Scarfo's nephew, Philip Leonetti, in the presence of Scarfo, who of course ordered the hit. Nicky Scarfo had actually been acquitted of this murder, but years later his nephew, Philip Leonetti, became a government witness and told the authorities what had transpired the night of Vincent Falcone's murder. The questioning goes as follows.
I wonder if you might tell us about the trial that you underwent in 1980. Just tell us what you were charged with.
I was charged with murder on the strength of Joe Salerno's testimony, and I was also found not guilty.
I understand that. You were acquitted.
Yes.
Who else was tried with you? Could you tell us that, please? Who are your fellow defendants?
Lawrence Molino and Philip Leonetti, which are also acquitted.
And the name of the deceased again? The man who was killed by someone?
Vincent Falcone.
Say again, please.
Vincent Falcone.
Undercover FBI agent Joseph Pistone was immortalized in the mob movie classic Donnie Brasco. Donnie Brasco, of course, being the name that Pistone used when he was undercover infiltrating the New York mob. One of the mobsters that Joe Pistone grew close to while undercover was Bonanno crime family soldier Benjamin Lefty Guns Ruggiero. As depicted in the movie, although slightly inaccurately, Lefty Ruggiero owned for a period of time a lion. In this recorded conversation between Joe Pistone, aka Donnie Brasco, and future Bonanno crime family soldier John Booby Serasani, we hear the pair discussing Lefty's lion.
Hello? Yeah, is Lefty there? He's across the street, Lefty. There's a lion in the truck. He got the lion in the truck? Yeah, they got to get rid of the lion. I know. Who's he going to give it to? You know what he wanted to do? He's crazy. What? He said, I'll ship it down there and you could chain it in back of the club. Yeah. He's screwy. Yeah, he's nuts. A lion chain, imagine that? He's nuts. There's no question about it. If we get somebody to give it to? Huh? You get somebody to give it to? Yeah, well, they're going to reach out, but meantime, this guy's got to get him out from underneath the bar there.
Up next is some footage of New York Mafia boss Vito Genovese. Genovese's violent career had dated back to the days of Prohibition, and he would then rise through the ranks of the underworld to eventually become boss of the crime family that still bears his name in 1957. In this footage, Vito Genovese is being grilled by a journalist about his role in the underworld, after Genovese had been indicted on narcotics distribution charges.
Is it true that you're the head of the mafia in this country?
It is not. the truth.
Well, sir, have you ever been connected with the Mafia at any time?
Never.
What about the government's charge that you're the right man, that you're the number one man in this narcotics business?
Charges are fantastic and ridiculous.
Do you think
That's what they are.
And have you ever known anyone in the narcotics racket? Have you known anyone?
I never did.
Have you ever known anyone in the underworld?
The whole thing is ridiculous.
In the following footage, we will hear future Lucchese crime family boss Anthony Tony Ducks Corallo playing it cool under pressure at a Senate hearing.
Sir, you also known as Duck Corallo? I refuse to answer on the grounds of made intent to criminate.
Got any business?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of intent to criminate.
You have any profession?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made intent
You
to
have any
criminate.
occupation?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made intent
Are
to
you a
criminate.
known racketeer?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made intent to criminate me.
You have a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Sticking with Anthony Tony Ducks Corallo, here is the mobster who by this time had become the boss of the Lucchese family, discussing what appears to be a union issue with Lucchese mobster Sal Avellino.
He picked up on one job. Well, it seems that he says that Cody is making a beef and complaining about that because that was theirs. Let him go complain to Fat Tony. He says this was theirs. This is the carpenter. Let him go complain to Fat Tony. Listen to me, please. I'm listening to you. He's got to go complain to Fat Tony. What the fuck has he got to do with carpenters?
The Fat Tony that Corallo refers to is his old friend and Genovese family powerhouse, Anthony Fat Tony Salerno. And here we have another Tony Ducks recording, this time complaining about mobsters dealing drugs. Ironically, Tony Ducks had a narcotics conviction himself in the past. However, government pressure and stiffer sentencing made having drug dealers in your crime family hazardous for a mob boss.
I wouldn't be any fucking plainer than I was with some of these guys because I don't want nobody coming to them. And they're fucking around with anybody fucking around with junkies. They gotta get killed. That's all. Fuck this shit. You cannot be in a narcotic business and put it on your fucking stomach. And then part of the time you gotta be exposed to it. You gotta go out in the street. You got to sell it. You can't be in the drug business without going in the fucking street and sell this cocksucking shit. We should kill them. We should have some examples. All right.
Moving to Canada, and we have Rizzuto crime family mobster Francesco Del Balso issuing a threat to someone who owes him a lot of money from a gambling debt.
Bro, you gotta give me money today.
Today?
Yeah.
Come on, oh man.
Let
me talk to you. Where are you? Can I see you?
I'm not waiting after today. After today, my partner said he's gonna come and he's gonna break every limb in your body. I want 112,000 today. Okay?
You serious, bro?
We're gonna come and get you in your fucking house. I don't give a fuck. I want 112 G's today, or bro, where we catch you, we're gonna leave you. I want my fucking money today. Lorenzo said he's gonna grab you, he's gonna fucking turn you into a pretzel. And don't fuck with him, bro.
I don't want to fuck with nobody, man.
Listen to me. Go get 112 dimes and you save yourself a fucking beating of your life.
The Lorenzo mentioned, who would allegedly turn the gambler into a pretzel, was mobster Lorenzo Giordano. He would be murdered in 2016. Francesco Del Balso, who issued the threat in the recording, was also murdered in 2023. Anthony Spilotro was a greatly feared mobster in the Chicago outfit, who operated in Las Vegas for a period of time. In the following wiretap, it is believed that Anthony Spilotro is talking with his old friend Frank Culotta.
Guy's name is Stagg. Well, there ain't nothing to it. I mean, I know the guy's a rat, and I told him that. Okay. Well, if he shows up with him, it'll be a surprise to me. I'm telling you, he won't, because he knows how I feel about him.
Parts of Spilotro's life were the inspiration for the Martin Scorsese gangster classic movie Casino, where the character Nicky Santoro is based on Spilotro. That's it for part 2. Look out for part 3, where we will check out the sound of some more mobster voices. And for all those who haven't seen part 1, I've included the link for this in the comments below. I hope you found that interesting. Thanks for watching.